Ladies and gentlemen, we got a tough one. Mikey Williams versus DJ Wagner. Comment down below right now what you think. Who is better? Is Mikey better? Mikey coming in at 6'1", 180 pounds, ranked number 1 for his position at the 2 guard, number 3 overall. Or do you think it's DJ Wagner, ranking at number 1 for both position and his class, standing at 6'3", 165 pounds at the point guard position? Who is better, Mikey or DJ? So let's get down to it. Alright, so I'm going to be breaking both of these talented prospects by 4 major skills: shooting, finishing, ball handling, and other. Both players passing, their overall IQ, effort, rebounding, and athleticism will be combined into the other section. Now, as much as I would like to put their defense into this, and being able to play defense is huge, but when it comes to defensive highlights on YouTube of dominantly offensive players, you'll barely see plays of them going at it at that end, so I won't be including it in today's video. Let's pop things off with both of these players shooting. Both players can no doubt knock down the long ball, and I'm not gonna lie, whenever this topic started to surface on who was better, I never even knew who DJ was. So I did some research, and my man no doubt could hoop, and he has a high ceiling as a player, and he definitely is a shooter. He showed some plays of him knocking down shots past the high school line, shooting off a screen and into a catch and shoot, and knocking down that mid-range at times, which is very huge, especially as you continue to go up in the game of basketball. But with all that being said, I'm going to give the title to Mikey. Based off of the film I've watched Mikey, he can shoot no matter the situation. He can shoot a fadeaway, knock down the catch and shoot, shoot coming off of any direction off the dribble, and has crazy deep range, which has been shown a few times and not just in one game. We'll start with the number 1 prospect in the country. As a player, it's very important to have the runner and floater into your game and other different finishes to your bag, because when it comes to finishing, you have different angles, whether driving on the left side or the right side. You have different situations, like say for an example, a defensive player is trying to take a charge. What do? You can't just run into them and finish, because that'll be a foul on you. In that situation, you have to quickly react and hit that defender with a Euro step or a side step, or hit him with a hop step and all that good stuff. DJ has shown to have a variety of finishes in his game, no matter the situation, especially due to Wagner weighing around the 165 mark. You can tell by looking at his frame that he's not really the strongest, and you can see that, and he does get knocked off balance at times whenever he's driving. Now moving on to Mikey. Standing at 6'1", 180 pounds, we've all seen Mikey's crazy dunks and finishes. Yeah, that's dope. My man's only 6'1" and can dunk on your favorite big man like nothing. He showed no weakness to see contact when finishing at the rim, which is very huge. A lot of players kind of shy away from contact. And can finish with either hand. But likes to predominantly finish with his right hand. But let me get real for a second. Forget the crazy dunks and etc. But let's look at the bigger picture. When it comes down to finishing, this is Mikey's game. But the only reason why he won't be getting the finishing title is because I feel like he's too reckless. There's times where I feel like he could take a more simpler shot rather than always driving into the defense and into a tough lay. If you really watch Mikey's finishing, all he really does is go hard in the paint. What he needs to do is add more finishes to his game. One huge shot that I mentioned earlier was the floater. The floater is a simple but effective shot that he can use whenever he drives into space, rather than always going into the defense and trying to create that contact into a tougher shot. Mikey is a youngin', so he could get away with some of these things now, but as he begins to get older, all that tough pounding down low in the paint will eventually creep up to him. So Mikey, if you want to be a player who gets drafted and stays in the league for a very long time, then I suggest you to utilize the runner more into your game. Yeah, continue to throw it down and do what you do best, but be smart, and definitely fix your landings whenever you're coming off a dunk. This is off topic, but I got a video dropping soon about this. If you watch how Mikey lands after some of these dunks, all I'll say now is if he keeps this up, he'll be en route to be the next D Rose. Ball handling. Both players no doubt could bring the ball up and down the court. They have the ability to change speeds and directions, which is huge to become unpredictable. Both players aren't really an ISO heavy player, so you won't catch them dancing too much with the ball. Mikey has some flair with his handle, but he mainly attacks straight off the pass, and he does a good job at it too, with using his offhand. As for DJ, he's listed as a point guard, but his bread and butter is catching and shooting off of screens, so you won't catch him either being ISO heavy, but don't be fooled. He will dance on you if he chooses to. But the only flaw that I've noticed with his ball handling was the lack of him using his offhand and his shiftiness. If you really pay attention to how he moves when dribbling, yeah, he got the moves, but I truly believe if he really dips his shoulders down a bit more when pulling a crossover, he can definitely be more shifty, which will equal more space and time for you to make a play. This one was a tough one, but I'll be giving Mikey Williams the title for this section. This is it, y'all. Once again, be sure to hit that like button and comment down below who you think is the better player. Both players can pass the basketball with either hand. Both have a high IQ of the game, and both have two different personalities. But it's time to wrap it up. Who has shown to have more effort? Mikey. Who has shown to rebound more? Mikey. Who's shown to have more athleticism? Mikey. Now you don't have to be athletic like a Aaron Gordon, but it does help. To conclude, both players are definitely high-level athletes. I have problems with none of them. This is not biased. Once again, I'm not no Mikey Williams stan or whatever the case is. I barely watch my man, but he's a good player. Shout out to Mikey and shout out to DJ. They're both high-level athletes and they have tons of room to improve in. Because of DJ's shooting and ball handling, he'll always have a spot on the team due to today's 3-ball heavy game. And as for Mikey, he could be a bit reckless, but I believe if he could become a smarter scorer, he'll definitely be around in the game of basketball for a long time. Remember, this is just my opinion, so if you don't agree with anything, then comment down below your thoughts. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. It's your boy JP. Till next time.